Hello Aquarius, and welcome to the Men Edit, the first reading for your sign of this series. I'm a little bit excited. I have been talking about doing these readings for quite a while. I did an update just before December for the channel, and in that video I talked about wanting to help men have a voice. Allowing them to feel vulnerable, I think, is something that we've kind of missed as a society. We focus so heavily on tipping the balance of power for feminism that we've kind of forgot about the blokes. So it's something I'm very called to as a light worker, particularly as I feel like one of the reasons why male suicide rate is at an all-time high is for this reason. So hence the idea of doing tarot specifically for men came up. So this is the first of the series. This is for men that are single, married, in couples, dating, whatever, straight, gay, transgender, whatever your story is, it's irrelevant. As long as you identify as a male, then this reading is for you. It's not for divine masculine energy. So even though I know that there's some ladies will watch this, it is one for the boys. And I just want to point out that I got this really cool oracle deck for you guys, Gods and Titans. It talks about messages for you that's, I think, are pretty cool. So let's get started. Universe and angels, messages and guides, my higher self, I call upon you now to give me a clear and accurate reading for the sign of Aquarius. Please tell me what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. That's Aquarius males, Aquarius men, from mid-February to mid-March. I need 4 cards, please, Spirit. Thank you so much. 4 cards. What's the most important messages? Okay, you got a few more, but I feel inclined to take them, so I'm going to. Yeah, wow. Okay. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know whether it's just me or whether I keep changing the camera. So the card, as we are coming into this period, and I am filming this on the 12th of February, so a couple of days before Valentine's Day, is the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups I read as the Two of Cups, as romantic in nature, wanting to give your cup of love to someone. Now, it is still birthday time for you guys, so we haven't quite clicked over into Pisces season. So it could be that a lot of love is still flowing to you and a lot of great stuff's coming your way in that regard. You also have the Three of Cups as an additional card that came in for your energy as you're going into the next month. So this speaks about celebration, having good time with friends and family and loved ones. But the Two of Cups does speak about romance, right? It's about two people coming together with their cups of love and wanting to make a bond. It is coupled with the card of death, of Scorpio, of transformation. So maybe a Scorpio is really important. I also have an Aries that's coming up quite strongly. But I feel like, if I'm honest, Aquarius, for a lot of you guys out there, this is about a transformation when it comes to love, in how you give love, in how you receive love, in what kind of loving relationships you want to have, and maybe even in removing some blocks and actually allowing new love to come in. Because what's interesting is that you have the card of death coupled with the Four of Wands. So we've just come out of some pretty intense energy around the Leo Aquarius eclipse season. And for you, it's been a lot to do with karmic debt and things that you've had to repay. And I feel like you could have moved quite a lot. This speaks about your foundation. I feel like you're transforming out of that phase though. The last full moon in that cycle, and the last eclipse, sorry, in that cycle was in Leo, and that was in January. So the energy's starting to wane now, and I feel like you're growing stronger and stronger. And the challenges that you had in the past in terms of relationships, particularly for the last 2.5 years, it's going to change. This is a card of boredom, right? It speaks about being bored in love. But what's interesting is that it's coupled with the card of the Magician, manifesting. So I feel like you're manifesting a brand new beginning when it comes to love. It's like I get this very strong feeling, and this is obviously a general reading, so it's not for all of you. Some of you are already in committed couples, but I get the very strong feeling like you're calling in a soulmate. you're calling in the person that you want. This is the card of manifesting, right? Of having everything that you need to be able to create the future that you want. There's a wand there for creativity, for career. There's a sword there for clarity, truth, which you have in spades, Aquarius. There's the coin for money to make sure that you're well supported, and then a cup for love. So you've got everything that you need within your power to call in a strong foundation. If you want marriage, commitment, if you want your person, it's just about you having the mindset and being ready to do so. The energy for love is around you, right? You've got the Two of Cups. That's an ability for you to draw in that amazing connection. It's there. You've just got to be open to it. I feel like money's been a little bit of a struggle too, because you've got the Nine of Pentacles coupled with the Ten of Wands. So this again is showing me that struggle is ending. Financially, and where you've been like hated in terms of your home, that's ending. And that doesn't surprise me, because Uranus is moving signs out of Aries into Taurus. And I did say the Magician's a card of Aries, but I feel like it's shifting out of a particular area for you. And I believe that had a lot to do with your money. I need to go double check on that, but I'm pretty sure that's where it was. And that's been a period for the past 7 years. So it could be something that's very much transformed for you. And I feel like friends and families are the ones that have been helping you. So as things start to come together and you get more money behind you and you get more security, it's like now you have time to celebrate. Yeah, it's very much a lot for you focused on a rebirth of self. Opening yourself up to love again. And I mean true love, not just going, oh, I'm ready to date. It's like, I'm ready to be open to the possibility of meeting my person. And when you do that, the universe is going to bring that in, right? They're going to match you and bring it in, because that's what they're trying to do with showing me this Two of Cups. It's like trying to give you the message of saying, look, it's here. You just need to be willing to receive. And, you know, it's funny. I often say when it comes to manifesting, the hardest thing when it comes to love is deciding what we want. What is it that you actually want to bring into your life, Aquarius? Like if I was to sit across from you now at a coffee table and have a coffee with you, what would you be able to say, Ali, I want exactly this in a partner. I want them to have this characteristics. I want them to be open to this. Could you actually tell me? That's the first question. But then I feel like the next question is, are you actually ready? If I was to bring that person and put them in front of you right now, are you ready to receive them? And often, you know, we desire so much for connection and for human connection because we've been deprived of it for so long, and intimacy, that we make poor choices when it comes to love partners that aren't right for us because we're scared of being alone and we're lonely. And I get that. But I feel like if that is resonating with you, the best way to actually draw in a true soulmate, that's what this card represents, is to be the very best version of you can be. And if you kind of have an idea of what you want to draw in, then this is your invitation to do that, right? Keep working on you. Get out of this stage of lack of loss, because it's no longer what you're stepping into, and start manifesting the very best version of you so you can draw in the right woman or the right man, the man of your dreams, or the woman of your dreams. It's all up to you, Aquarius. You hold the power. Okay. All right, yeah. I'm getting a bit delirious. I'm getting a bit tired. I need to ask a question. Can I please have, ironically though, that's the card of sleep that came out. Isn't that crazy? How connected I am, baby. Connected to source. Yeah, I'm getting tired. Can I have an additional guidance card for Aquarius, please? Aquarius men for mid-Feb to mid-March. Just one card. What's the most important message they need to know? Thank you, Spirit. Thoth, wisdom. Very cool. I love these cards. They're so awesome. Okay. Wisdom. Trust that you know. That's literally what it says in the book. Discern and simplify all the opinions and information being directed at you. Equally at home with their feet in the mud of the river or gracefully gliding amongst the clouds, ibis are everywhere around the Blue Nile. This stately bird is a symbol of the wisest god in Egypt. The regal ibis head god Thoth rules over scribes, learning, wisdom, and in later periods, mathematics. As he knew the most powerful words and invocations to use, he became the powerful god of magic. It is he that told us Isis what spell to use to resurrect her dead husband Osiris, and he assisted her again in knowing the words to remove the poison from her son Horus. Any books on magic and invocation were said to be authored by him, and many writers channeled his energy. As the inventor of the alphabet, he was the patron of scribes, writers, and anyone who worked with words like orators. The cult of Thoth and his messages of regulation and balance crossed from Egypt and extended into Greece. With knowledge comes wisdom, and Thoth was the god even other gods consulted for wise counsel. Fittingly, his wife was Maat, the goddess of justice, and they worked together in the system of justice in Egypt and with the pharaoh in his court. Everyone has their own source of wisdom within them. We need to learn to trust what we know, because we know. Thoth teaches us that whilst we can seek counselling from others, often our best port of call is actually ourselves. Should you be learning something, a seeker of knowledge, an active student, or doing exams, Thoth will be watching over you. For those amongst you who are inventors, Thoth is your God. His energy can not only inspire us, but give us practical guidance on how best to realise our dreams. And then there's an invocation that says, all you need is some good quality incense, preferably frankincense, jasmine or sandalwood, and a pen and paper. Place your hand upon a book that you feel has assisted you and invoke Thoth by saying out loud, Thoth, you who assisted Isis, husband of white-feathered Maat, you who hold the knowledge of all books, of all numbers, of all thought, allow me to understand in completeness what I need to know. Allow me to decide, to connect, to immerse myself in my own wisdom. Speak now, what should I do? Now take pen in your non-dominant hand, i.e. the one you do not write with. Think of Thoth and imagine him giving you a solution to your issue. Do not think, just allow. Listen, relax, and write whatever comes to mind. Then thank Thoth by saying, Thoth, eternally wise, I am eternally grateful. That was your reading, Aquarius. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button. It helps the channel more than you know, and it also tells me that you like these readings. If you did resonate with this, please write a comment below, because it is a new series, so I am looking for all the guidance I can get. And I wish you much love and light for the month ahead. Take care.